morning, boys and girls. We're once again reading from Little House Christmas Stories, and we are on chapter number 4. So gather round, and we'll go ahead and start reading. Christmas on the Prairie. At Christmas time in the big woods, there had been lots of snow. But one Christmas, there was no snow. Ma and Pa had taken Laura and Mary and baby Carrie and moved to a new little house far away on the Kansas prairie. Winter days on the prairie were short and cold. The wind whistled and the hard rain fell. Day after day, the rain kept falling. But still, there was no snow. Laura and Mary stayed inside, close by the fire. They listened to the wind and the wet sound of rain as they sewed on their quilts and cut paper dolls from scraps of wrapping paper. Every night was so cold, they thought for sure they would see snow in the morning, but in the morning they saw only sad, wet grass. Laura was afraid that Santa Claus and his reindeer could not come without snow. Mary was afraid that even if it snowed, Santa Claus would not be able to find them. They were so very far away on the prairie. When they asked Ma, she said that she didn't know. "What day is it?" Laura and Mary asked her over and over. "How many more days till Christmas?" Laura and Mary counted the days on their fingers until there was only one more day left. Rain was still falling that morning. There was not one crack in the gray sky. They felt almost sure there would be no Christmas. Still, Laura and Mary kept hoping. Just before noon, the light changed, the rain clouds broke and drifted apart, the sun came out, and the birds sang. Drops of water sparkled on the grass. Ma opened the door to let in the fresh, cold air, and there was a loud roaring. It was the creek. Laura and Mary had forgotten about the creek outside their house. So much rain had made the creek wider and deeper. Now Laura and Mary knew they would have no Christmas. Santa Claus could not cross that roaring creek. Pa came in bringing a big fat turkey. He said it weighed at least 20 pounds. "How's that for Christmas dinner?" he asked Laura. "Think you can manage one of those drumsticks?" Laura said yes, but she didn't feel very happy. Mary asked Pa about the creek. He said it was still rising. Ma said it was too bad. She hated to think of Mr. Edwards eating his Christmas dinner all alone. Mr. Edwards was their neighbor. He didn't have a wife or family of his own, so Ma and Pa had asked him to Christmas dinner. "That current's too strong," Pa said. "We'll just have to make up our minds that Edwards won't be here tomorrow." Of course, that meant that Santa Claus could not come either. Laura and Mary tried not to mind too much. They watched Ma get the wild turkey ready for Christmas dinner. It was a very fat turkey. Ma told them they were lucky little girls. They had a good house to live in, a warm fire to sit by, and a big turkey for their Christmas dinner. Ma said it was too bad that Santa Claus couldn't come this year, but they were such good girls, and he hadn't forgotten them. He would surely come next year. Laura and Mary knew Ma was right. Still, they were not happy. After supper, they washed their hands and faces. They buttoned their red flannel nightgowns and tied their nightcap strings. They said their prayers quietly and went to their bed. Ma and Pa sat by the fire. After a while, Ma asked Pa to play the fiddle. "I don't seem to have the heart to, Caroline," he answered. After a longer while, Ma suddenly stood up. "I'm going to hang up your stockings, girls," she said. "Maybe something will happen." Laura's heart jumped, but then she thought about the roaring creek and she knew nothing could happen. Ma took one of Mary's clean stockings and one of Laura's. She hung them at the fireplace. Laura and Mary watched her over the edge of their bed covers. "Now go to sleep," Ma said, kissing them both good night. "Morning will come quicker if you are asleep." Laura closed her eyes. Even with the stockings hanging at the fireplace, it did not seem like Christmas at all. And come back tomorrow for chapter number 5. Let's see if Christmas comes.